I am here, securing the line. I gather you felt that. If these quakes continue, none of us may escape intact.
You're a tactical advisor, not my geologist. Advise me on tactics.
As you wish. SWTOR Hesk and her corporation hold the secrets of Isotope 5. She is currently at her resort, hosting 3 Hutt clan lords.
Manju is a spice trafficker and slaver. Kabisho is a negotiator and advocate for the cartel. And Prodoranya runs an industrial moon.
Hesk has installed substantial automated security, and each Hutt also has a cadre of bodyguards. Resistance is inevitable.
Handling resistance is the only reason I came to McKeb. I'm prepared.
I do not doubt your abilities. The resort is built on a self-contained mesa. Isolate the mesa, and neither reinforcements nor fleeing witnesses will pose a problem.
There are only a handful of landing pads around the resort, so I'd suggest destroying the pads and the shuttles.
However, the Hutt's bodyguards are garrisoned at the landing pads as well. To cut off the resort, you will need to pass through them.
No way off the mesa. No one coming to help. The Hutts and their sponsor trapped with me. Shall we begin?
At your word. I will monitor your position and update you as I can. May the Force grant you strength.
SWTOR Hesk should be around somewhere.
The Archon reviewed my security himself, and if you have a problem, well, why don't you slither back and let me handle this? So the Empire is on McKeb now? Trying to kill the Hutts while they're in one place? Or do you trot after the Republic fleet wherever it goes?
SWTOR Hesk, tell me about Isotope 5.
What? I don't... Yes, we discovered the Isotope 5 during deep drilling operations, and yes, my Hutt investors kept it a secret. But believe me, the Hutts are no friends of mine. Because their greed overwhelmed their sense, we're going to lose the whole blasted planet.
You sold out your whole world to a cartel of criminals. How did you expect it to end?
You're not understanding. I'm not being melodramatic. We are literally losing the planet. McKeb only has a few weeks left before the planetary core rips apart. That's what happens when you extract Isotope 5.
The ground quakes.
No more McKeb, no more Isotope, and no more fancy resort or corporation. So yes, I'll need Hutt allies once my planet is gone.
You doomed all of McKeb, and now you're worried about where to go next.
Yes, I am. Go ahead, watch my hands, I'm not triggering any alarm. There. I've granted access to my corporate systems.
Checking. We're in.
I have information, money and influence, and I'm as happy to work with you as with the Hutts. Just help me survive.
She acts unforgivably.
She's not going to betray us today. And if anyone can mislead the Hutts about our presence, it's her.
Your assistance is not necessary.
Right. I'm purging her security records, at least. The Hutt Cartel will know something happened, but they'll have to work for the details. We'll check her corporate data and wait for you at the gravity hook. We can chat about the end of the world.
We've got to have topographic scans, satellite imagery, something.
Mighty Wrath.
Right, welcome back. We found the Isotope 5's location in Hesk's files. The bad news? Getting to it is a problem. The good news? McKeb won't explode for weeks, so why worry?
I've tolerated your lack of discipline, but there are limits. When I enter, you will honor me as your lord and master.
What? I'm trying... Forgive me, my lord. It won't happen again.
The Hutts store their isotope in Stronghold 1. It is McKeb's treasury, built to be impenetrable. One entrance, unbreachable walls, 6 layers of security.
6, plus a prototype being assembled by the Hutts. Some kind of Isotope 5 powered droid in the early stages. We're going to need time to plan.
I came to this forsaken planet for one purpose, and time and again you say we are not ready. No more warnings. You are not replaceable.
I would die for my Empire, Lord.
My lord, strike now and the Hutts will come in force. Your power is supreme, yet it will be impossible to move the isotope off-world. But if the Hutts are distracted, they can do nothing. Show the mercenary message.
Interstellar Regulator Command to the Archon. The civilians are getting restless. I had to stop a riot today. And it'll get worse if the Republic's involved. We're moving the hover tanks into settlements. That'll keep them locked down. And we'll level city blocks if we have to.
Imagine a world in revolt. With their attention on the civilians, the Hutts could not afford to move against us.
Support a revolution and doom countless lives. Also, we can steal an isotope. I approve.
We'd have to free the settlements somehow.
Hover tanks are the vanguard of the mercenary army. Armored and powerful. If you destroy them, the people could rally.
What about propaganda? Couldn't we send a message? Incite them somehow?
Tell them about mercenary atrocities and how the Republic has made a deal with the Hutts. Make them afraid.
It will be done. If you can destroy the hover tanks, I'll keep you up to date on the status of the revolution.
You go to war against the Hutts today. It will be an honor to observe.
The hover tanks have been destroyed, and the mercenaries have been routed.
My lord.
We have observed the enemy's flight. Riots have begun across the planet.
The Hutts just authorized the execution of any civilians not carrying ID. The mercenaries are demanding a raise.
We were counting on that much. Is there something else?
Some of the civilian leadership seems reluctant to take this opportunity to strike. We think they're laying low and regrouping. But if we're going to steal the Isotope 5, we need the civilian leaders organizing a full-on revolt. If I set up a meet, can you push them?
When I run out of patience, people die. Will that be suitable?
Might be. Really up to you. There's a man named Polis Avesta, who's got influence with the rebels. He's holed up at an old plantation. You've already got half the planet riled up. Win over Avesta, and he'll make sure everyone's pointing the right way.
Don't move, Sith! Not one move!
Careful, ground team.
Listen to their voices. They cannot defeat you, but they stand defiant.
You're pathetic. Where is your leader?
I'm Polis Avesta. You didn't have to do that. I received your message. You freed the settlements, and I'm grateful. But why would the Empire get involved at all?
The Emperor does not tolerate his enemy's ambitions. The Hutt Cartel has proven itself an enemy. We've given you an opportunity to fight back. You need to take it and organize a planet-wide attack.
And what if we say no?
You will rot here and be forgotten.
Right. Well, it's not my decision to make, regardless. Let me talk to the other leaders in the Resistance.
I think that's a good sign. Once Polis is on board, get out and I can tip off the Regulator mercenaries. Let them know Polis's attack is coming. Maximize the blood and fury.
Give the Regulators information on their foes, and we can draw out this fight as long as possible. Well done.
Thank you.
These rebels battle for their people against unthinkable odds. They deserve our admiration.
It's done. Within 12 hours, we'll coordinate raids on the Regulator bases and Hutt palaces. But we're still outmatched. Stay and help us plan.
I have other business, but when the fighting starts, I'll be there.
Then we'll see you on the battlefield.
I have what I need. Do I tell the Regulators or not?
Set it up, but make sure the mercenaries don't know about our involvement.
It'll be an anonymous tip asking for credits in return. Should work out. We'll await you at the gravity hook. Fighting will start soon.
My teams say they're outgunned. Tell the Hutts to get us aerial support or the regulators walk.
The Hutts took our planet from us. Now we take it back!
Pakamalamaku, perge kikama.
My lord, we're getting a few hours before the fighting settles. That's our window to break into Stronghold 1 and steal the Isotope 5.
A proper greeting. Maybe you've learned your lesson.
All I want is to finish the mission.
Stronghold 1.
Right. The vault facility is built into a volcanic mesa, with a single entrance above the magma. It's also got sensors, alarms, enough to catch any thief who gets inside.
Once we're in, it will be too late to stop us. The Hutt's forces are already occupied.
Lockdown is still a problem. Can't have them trapping you inside. But our science consultant has an answer.
Niga manik nagik oya. Makini argam kim mamek wawak. Beraka karam kara. Ninyamak oramag yang megik. Mem amgap kugap kramanik. Kiga mayamak.
A few tons of rubble should soften the opposition. Then I move in for the kill.
My squad will follow your initial insertion to cover your escape route. Once inside, expect heavy resistance. Regulator mercenaries and automated security, yes. But also specialists loyal to the Hutt Cartel.
There's also the Hutt's prototype Isotope 5 droid. Assuming it's online, which we probably should. Still trying to find its weak points, but we're out of time.
Well, if the droid is able to kill me, we'll know for sure that Isotope 5 is worth the trouble.
We'll keep working on the problem. We estimate the Hutts have mined about 100 kilos of Isotope 5. You'll be able to move it by hand with Sithorat's help. I think that's everything. We're at your service.
Get me the data and the explosives for the groundquake. If anything goes wrong, it's on your head.
My lord. This is Niar to all teams. We are go. Lockdown comms in 3, 2, 1...
The last of the charges are in place. Support team, confirm.
Confirm, my lord. We'll get a major groundquake when those go off. Recommend you find shelter before detonation. The mercenaries' landing pad isn't far. Should be sturdy enough not to collapse.
Should be is not an acceptable degree of risk.
No, of course not. Nodrin?
Laporamanka, mamni nikak, nagnaya mamni kambram.
We're ready for the detonation when you are.
This is the ground team, preparing to detonate charges.
Acknowledged. Status report?
Nanikara mirek agam, ja uklibik.
There's a general alarm going out, but that's standard for a groundquake of this magnitude.
And the Stronghold won't be getting reinforcements while the Hutts are putting down the revolt. You're clear to go inside.
Your part is over. I want silence while I work.
Understood. Mission critical transmissions only.
How could you not double the guard?
There's a ground they happen every week.
You mercenaries have gotten soft, guarding a rich little planet all these years. The regulators weren't worth buying off.
Silence, all of you!
Send the alarm. Tell the Hutts we're under attack! We must warn the Hutts. We must!
You will do nothing. Mighty Wrath. With your leave, we will hold position here. No one will pursue you. No one will close off your escape route.
You are barely more than an apprentice, desperate to show teeth. I am the Emperor's wrath. You are worthless here.
I will serve as best as I am able.
My lord, I'll start trying to access the security controls. Maybe we can link them to the gravity hook.
Begin. If we can bring Stronghold 1 under your control, perhaps it will be of use. We shall await your word.
Support to ground team. Sithrat's men got us into Stronghold 1 scanners. Radiation levels spike just ahead of you.
Of course the droid is active. Otherwise, this mission would go according to plan.
We knew it was a strong possibility. 7.8 watt.
More firepower won't change the situation. The droid must be destroyed, and I will do the task myself.
That's enough. The decision is made. Good luck in there.
Support team, I found storage tanks, but they're mostly empty. There's only one sample left.
That
can't be right. Keep looking.
I know what I see. Doubt me again, and there will be repercussions.
I just meant... I'm sorry.
Bomogala apayang. Inilama imi angap.
They couldn't have.
The Hutts used it all. They used up the isotope to make a damned army.
Panic now and I'll have you shot.
I'm focused. All right. You've got a sample. Get out of there before the droids come online.
First Archon of the new Hutt Empire, and Shadow Chief of the Conquest World McCabe. I'd been wondering about the Empire's presence here for some time, but of course, you wanted the isotope.
Fancy titles and arrogance won't stop me from cutting you in two.
Nor will cutting me in two win you anything. The only isotope 5 left on McCabe is locked in the planet's core, and when that explodes, there won't be any left at all. Our army of droids is being assembled at facilities across the planet. Your empire has nothing. Rumor is, even your emperor is missing.
I have no interest in hearing a Hutt gloat.
This is Lord SWTOR. There are reinforcements coming. We are under attack. From the security center, but we cannot hold long. Awaiting orders.
I want those Isotope 5 units gone. We'll leave the Archon without an army.
He said he had other facilities, but it would be a blow.
Kala jiwa nimok. Ebemgam nyama naya aikam.
Notren, you're going to get them all killed.
We will do our duty.
Bastard. Between you and Sithrat, we might be able to lower the Stronghold's heat shield and flood the vault with lava.
The droids would be buried in molten rock, but I doubt Sitharat's team would survive long enough to see it.
Sitharat will obey. We lower the heat shield and obliterate those things.
Fine. Looks like you'll have to disrupt the Vault heat shield overrides. Sitharat's adjustments and the quake damage will do the rest.
Bimkanaya Nugan. Ejinim Naya Lak Umnan Mege.
We know our part, but move quickly. The droids shall burn.
Last one. Sitharat, your status.
My men are dead. I am alone against many, but I know my duty. Lowering the heat shield.
Too bad machines can't scream. Don't you agree?
Yes, my lord.
No signal. You should get out before lava floods your section. We'll see you at base.